Welcome back guys. So, if you haven't seen Season 1 then please check out Season 1 recap, video link is in the description, and if you have seen Season 1, then you all know how messed up our boy Makoto had become because of that nonsense of a goddess, but luckily, Makoto was becoming more and more powerful and decided to go on a journey to find out about his parents who were actually from this world, but along the way he started his own merchant company. And now, Makoto is on his way to Rosgard Academy to open a new shop there, but this time, Makoto chose to leave his mask behind and showed his face in public. And you can guess from their reactions what other people thinks about Makoto, but since they are near their destination, Shiki thought of finding an inn, and Makoto was fine with anything. But Shiki knows if he lets Makoto stay at a cheap inn, Tomo and Mio will make him suffer. Both of the ladies are a piece of work, and this time Mio made a new hobby to impress Makoto, which is cooking, but it's plain as day she should give up before someone actually dies. Even Tomo's fragment is on the verge of death. Mio took lessons from Makoto's memories to make curry for him, but the results were really dangerous to the health, so Tomo asked Mio if she ever tasted curry, but she didn't, because it's a dish from another world. More so, she didn't even ask Makoto how to make it because she wants to give him a surprise, but her surprise dish had mineral ore, because this moron mistook bell pepper or asparagus for green mineral ore. She even mixed the pot handle in it. Mio was fine eating anything, so Tomo tells Mio that most beings of this land, even Makoto, doesn't eat mineral ore or armaments. That was a setback for someone who eats everything, so Tomo knew she's not devoted to cooking and asked her to toast some bread, and Mio clearly burned the bread out, but not just them. Even Makoto was eating weird slime on the lunch at a tavern, but it actually tasted good for some reason, so he told the barkeep that he communicates with magic words, thanks to that nonsense of a goddess. But seeing Makoto knew it was slime, barkeep guessed he's an adventurer, so he asked Makoto to complete a hunting job he posted in the guild. But Makoto tells him he primarily works as a merchant for now, which makes some goons happy. Bro knew this and left after giving a gold coin. But after leaving, all the people around just kept despising Makoto for his looks, but he tolerates it and goes to the guild. But there a girl came in seeking help in desperation. She had submitted a request of help with a nice rewards, but no one did anything yet. So the registrar tells her to wait for a while because it's hard to get adventurers to fight of the bandits group that's threatening her village. Makoto heard everything. That girl was crying even more because she offers prayers to the goddess, but there is no ray of hope, and some of the goons saw her and tried to take advantage of her. And Makoto knew the goddess she's praying for help won't give a about her and her village. Those goons were getting onto her, so she ran out of there. Well, then Makoto left and some goons from the tavern were following him, and just a bit away from there, that same girl was about to be forced into doing stuff by those adventurers. So Makoto stepped in to save the girl and her friend. He did the job instantly and beat up both sides of the goons. Makoto then used his healing kai to patch up the demi-human friend of hers. Her name was Lana and the boy was a werewolf named Ito, but the guy was rather innocent looking, completely different from how Makoto knew about werewolves. Anyways, Makoto heard the bandits group were called the Moon over the ruin gates, and she can't afford to wait for help, because those bandits tortured their strongest fighter to death. So Lana tells Makoto that the other villagers said they should do what those bandits asked them, but every village they attacked was always slaughtered, so he asked Lana her village's location. Then he grabbed both Ito and Lana and took a shortcut to take them back to their village himself. A whole day of travel Makoto completed in just a few minutes and arrives at the top of village. Lana goes in first to explain the situation to their villagers, but Ito stays behind because very few humans treat beastmen nicely. But there Makoto saw everything what village is going through with his kai. Those bandits had killed a few villagers again, so he used his kai and senses the bandits were near the forest. So he goes in to take care of them, but Ito wanted to know why Makoto was helping them out. So he makes up that he doesn't like their name because in Japanese Moon over the ruined castle was a famous song, and meanwhile, Mio had made another casualties with her cooking. But thankfully Emma was prepared this time and brought in some medicines for them. So Como told them Mio made another dish from Makoto's world, but it looked nothing alike. Because the green leaves she used was actually from a tree monster that uses its leaves as a blade. That was so messed up, so Mio thought her meats were nice at least. But the meat was similar to rubber, which is impossible to eat. Other than that, the steak she made is hard as crystal because she used industrial oil to make them. Then Aris and Aqua tried to eat bananas with their master, and they also kicked the bucket. Mio was certainly the assassin of the chef, so Tomo motivated her to roam around the world to learn cookings. Tomo thought Mio would hate the idea of being separated from Makoto, but the reaction was rather opposite. Her leaving the demi-plane made other happy because they won't have to taste her cooking. As for Makoto, he found the bandits deep into the forest, so he wore his mask to hide his face and used his kai to silence the area completely. After that, those bandits were not able to make a single bit of sound, and one after another all of the bandits fell prey to Makoto's arrows. Those arrows didn't kill any of them but knocked them out. So after reducing the numbers, Makoto blasted them up to capture them alive. He told the leader he won't kill anyone, but they'll have to change their name to something else in return. After that, Edo, Lana, and other villagers found the bandits tied up, so their problem was solved, and Makoto returns back and meets Shiki. He found an inn for a 3 gold coin for the night. Because he heard that heroes of this world are well treated, so he wants to treat Makoto the same, and Makoto remembered that there are others besides him that came to this world. And eventually he would run into them one day. But right there, episode 1 ends. But to watch more of this anime, like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on any of our updates. Until then, take care.